This is Friends, one of the most famous TV shows ever.
Oh my god!
From 2015 until December 2019, Friends was on Netflix, but on May 27, 2020, it moved to HBO. Netflix even paid $100 million just to keep Friends for one extra year. These are the Harry Potter movies. From 2016 to 2018, they were available on Netflix, but in 2020, they moved to HBO and later to Peacock. Warner Bros. Even licensed the movies for limited periods, so they keep moving between platforms. That's why people are always searching where is Harry Potter streaming right now. And the famous Star Wars movies, they were on Netflix from 2016 to 2019. After that, they moved to another streaming service, Disney+. Streaming services were supposed to save us from expensive cable bills. But unlike the early days, when Netflix had almost everything, streaming platforms now focus on exclusive deals and content battles. This forces people to pay for 5 or 6 different services just to watch the shows they love. This has gone so far that many people started cancelling subscriptions and turning back to piracy. Streaming was a huge success and changed entertainment forever. But now, I'm going to show you why having too many streaming services is slowly destroying the revolution that Netflix started. Okay, so let me take you back to like 2013, 2014. This was peak for Netflix. You could watch The Office, Friends, Breaking Bad, Mad Men, Parks and Recreation, all the Marvel movies, Disney classics, literally thousands of movies and shows, all for like $8 a month. It was insane. People were canceling their cable subscriptions because why would you pay $100 a month for cable when Netflix had everything you wanted? It was honestly too good to be true. But here's what happened. Every media and company looked at Netflix and realized what was going on. Instead of giving Netflix all their content while it made billions, they decided to create their own streaming services and keep the money for themselves. And that's exactly what they did. Disney put all their content and launched Disney+. Warner Media created HBO Max, which is now called Max because branding is hard. NBC Universal made Peacock. Viacom CBS launched Paramount+. Apple created Apple TV, plus Amazon already had Prime Video, but decided to go all in. And that's not even mentioning Hulu, ESPN+, Discovery+, Crunchyroll, Shudder, BritBox, Tubi, The Roku channel. I could literally keep going. And this is where things get really annoying, because if you want to watch a movie, it's pretty common not to find it on the platform you've already subscribed to. It often happens to me that I want to watch something and just can't find it on the service that I paid for. And let's not even mention that on some streaming services, including Netflix, HBO Max and Disney+, if you're not in a specific region, you can't watch certain movies or shows, even if they're on the platform. That makes a lot of people use VPNs just to access content that they've already paid for. So let's say you're someone who just wants to watch most popular movies and TV shows. Let's calculate how much that would cost you. Netflix standard with ads is about $8. The most popular ad-free standard plan is around $80 per month. And if you want no ads with 4K premium, it's about $25 a month. Let's say you go with the middle one. Disney Plus with Hulu bundle, that's about $20 a month if you want no ads. Max, which has HBO content, Warner Bros. Movies, DC stuff and Adult Swim, is $90 a month for the ad-free version. Paramount Plus, no ads, is $12 a month. Peacock Premium Plus, for no ads, $70 a month. Apple TV Plus, that's another $13 a month. And Amazon Prime Video, technically included with Prime, but if you're just getting it for the video, that's about $9 a month. Let's add it all up. And that comes to $108 a month. And that's not even including sports. If you want live sports, at ESPN Plus, that's $12. YouTube TV for live TV is $83 a month, with the first 2 months for $60. And Fubo for international sports is another $85. So if you want comprehensive access to movies, TV shows and sports, you're looking at over $200 a month. That's way more than cable used to cost. And here's the really messed up part. Even if you pay for all of these services, you still don't have access to everything, because some content is locked behind additional paywalls within the streaming services. Like you have to pay extra to rent or buy certain movies, even though you've already paying for the subscription. Now, from a business perspective, this makes total sense. Disney Plus gained over 100 million subscribers in less than 2 years, which is insane growth. These companies are no longer just licensing their content to Netflix. They're building direct relationships with consumers, they're collecting data on viewing habits, they're creating recurring revenue streams, they're increasing their company valuations. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, literally said that Disney Plus is the company's top priority, more important than the theme parks and even more important than theatrical releases, because streaming is the future, and if you're not building your own platform, you're going to be left behind. And Wall Street loves this stuff. Investors see subscription numbers going up and they throw money at these companies. Netflix has a market cap of over $250 billion. Disney's streaming division is valued at over $150 billion. Plus, these companies can now control the entire pipeline they produce, the content they distribute, the content they collect, the subscription fees, they gather the user data. It's just vertical integration on steroids. But for us, the actual people who sometimes just want to watch different movies than the ones on the platform we are subscribed to, without taking out second mortgage, this system is absolutely terrible. First of all, subscription fatigue is real. A study from Deloitte found that 44% of US consumers are frustrated with how many subscriptions they need just to watch what they want. People are literally making spreadsheets to track which shows are on which platforms. Second, the user experience is fragmented. You can't just search for a movie and watch it. You have to search across multiple apps, hope it's one of the services you're subscribed to, and if it's not, you have to decide if it's worth subscribing to yet another service or just not watching it. Third, pricing keeps going up. Netflix has raised prices multiple times, Disney Plus raised prices, HBO Max raised prices, and at least 5 other platforms have done the same. Fourth, content keeps disappearing. Shows get cancelled after one season because the metrics didn't hit some arbitrary target. Movies leave platforms after licensing deals expire. You can't rely on anything being available when you want it. And fifth, there is no loyalty. There is no reason to stay subscribed year-round. So people are doing what's called subscription hopping. They subscribe for a month, watch all the shows they want, then cancel and move to another service. Remember how streaming was supposed to kill piracy? Well, guess what? Piracy is making a comeback. According to data from Musu, a piracy tracking firm, global piracy traffic increased significantly after 2019, when the streaming wars really heated up. Torrent Freak reported that visits to piracy websites surged after multiple price hikes across streaming platforms. There is literally a quote from Gabe Newell, the founder of Steam, who said piracy is almost always a service problem, not a pricing one. If you make content easily accessible at a reasonable price, people will pay for it. But if you make it difficult, expensive and frustrating, people will find another way. And that's exactly what's happening. When The Office left Netflix, piracy of The Office spiked. When HBO Max wasn't available in certain countries, piracy of HBO shows increased. And when Disney Plus cracked down on password sharing, people looked for alternatives. There are entire Reddit communities dedicated to helping people set up their own media servers using programs like Plex or Jellyfin, where you can download content once and have it available forever across all your devices. No monthly fees, no content disappearing. Now, I'm not advocating for piracy. I'm just saying that the current streaming model is just pushing people toward it. You can spread content across dozens of platforms, charge people hundreds of dollars and expect them to just accept it. So what's the answer? Well, ideally, would be good if there is one universal streaming platform that has everything, like Spotify does for music. You pay one monthly fee and you have access to basically most of the music. It's not perfect, but it works. But that's never going to happen in movies, because these companies make too much money controlling their own content. Disney is never going to license the Avengers to a universal platform. Warner Bros. Is never giving up Batman. Netflix spent billions creating Stranger Things. They're not just giving it like that. Some people think the solution is better aggregation apps, like Just Watch or Real Good, that help you search across all your services to find what's available. But that doesn't solve the cost problem. Others think a la carte pricing is the answer, pay per show or per movie, instead of subscribing to entire services. But that could end up being even more expensive. Plus, nobody wants to micromanage every piece of content they consume. Realistically, what's probably going to happen is consolidation. Some of these streaming services are going to fail or merge together. We're already seeing it. Discovery merged with HBO Max. Paramount is struggling and might get acquired. Smaller services like Peacock are losing money. Eventually, we might end up with like 3 or 4 major streaming platforms instead of 12, and that's probably the best we can hope for. But we are still years away from that. And yeah, the streaming revolution that was supposed to save us from expensive cable bills and limited choices has basically turned into cable 2.0. Anyway, let me know in the comments how many streaming services you are subscribed to or you turn to the dark side. Thanks for watching.